Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Muhammad Surya Kunchoro, or people call me Kunchoro. Thank you for the opportunity given to me to present my paper, my research. I'm very honored to have been accepted in this conference. I'm a teacher at Universitas Multimedia Nusantara at their visual communication design program. I teach there. And now I'd like to share my screen. Okay. This is the title of my research, my paper. The effects of the new logo on the people's brand awareness and perception of quality of Indonesia's Ministry of State-Owned Enterprise. In Indonesia, there is this ministry, which is part of the Indonesian cabinet, which is very important, very strategic, and very large. It's called Kementerian Badan Usaha Milik Negara, or in English, it's Ministry of State-Owned Enterprises. It manages no less, at least in 2018, it manages no less than 772 enterprises, consisting of 114 parent companies and 658 subsidiaries, with a total asset of 8,200 trillion or 587 billion US dollars, with the total profit in 2018 of 212 trillion rupiah or 15 billion US dollar. And it could contribute to the state budget by as much as 454 trillion rupiah. Rupiah is Indonesian currency. 454 trillion rupiah is 32 billion US dollar. That's how big the ministry is. Very big, very important, and it's affecting the life of many Indonesians. This is the clusters of industries under the ministry. There is energy, oil and gas, mineral and coal, insurance and pension, plantation and forestry, telecommunication and media, food and fertilizers, tourism and support, health, manufacture, infrastructure, logistics and finance. I won't go into those clusters because that's not what this research is about. Anyway, on July the 1st, the year of 2020, the ministry unveiled a new logo. This new logo is set to symbolize the vision and vision of the ministry and to welcome the new era with various challenges and opportunities. This is the logo. You see on the screen, the logo is presented there. This is something about the logo. It has the national symbol in it, the Garuda Pancasila, or the coat of arms. The one on the right of the screen, with the shape of an eagle, a bird, with the shield on its chest, and then a stylized text, BUMN, which stands for Badan Usaha Milik Negara or State-Owned Enterprise. And then the text, Kementerian Badan Usaha Milik Negara Republik Indonesia, which translates to Ministry of State-Owned Enterprise of the Republic of Indonesia. So that's the component of the logo. We have the national symbol, we have the text BUMN, and the text Kementerian Badan Usaha Milik Negara Republik Indonesia. This is the statement from the ministry. Nationalism is reflected in the Garuda Pancasila in the logo. The design of the text is to display the spirit of cooperation and professionalism, and the blue color is there to reflect the spirit of innovation. And this is the statement from the design house who designed this logo. The basic shape of the logo is inspired by spirit of innovation, and the composition of the logo type form illustrates the spirit of collaboration or cooperation. The logo type then juxtaposed with the Garuda Pancasila, which is a national symbol. So we have three main concepts here: nationalism, cooperation, and innovation. And this is the concept that is going to be tested in this research. So let's go back here for a while. So this research is, among other things, to check whether this concept is communicated by the logo. Can the logo really represent this concept? This is the literature review that I used to shape the research. One of the literature I read was that messages and communication play an important role in an organization, any organization, but especially in a big organization. And since the ministry is not a commercial organization, it's a non-profit. It's an organizational, it's an governmental organization, non-profit. So the branding efforts are needed, not for promotion, but to strengthen internal identity, to encourage goal achievement, and to strengthen the brand image. This is about the logo. Logo effectively and significantly influencing brand awareness. According to a research by Van Riel and Van de Ven, a logo can have its intrinsic and extrinsic properties. Intrinsic properties are properties resulting directly from a confrontation with the logo. So it's what the logo itself are like. Extrinsic properties are originating from the association with the company behind the logo. So what it means. So intrinsic properties is appreciation about the logo. Is it good? Is it attractive? And extrinsic properties are how it associates with the company behind it. Brand awareness, along with several other factors, had an influence with building brand perception. Okay, this is another reference. Brand awareness has a significant and direct effect on perceived quality. There is another research from Sumru and Shakur that there is a significant impact of logo on the perception of a company. So logo can impact the perception of a company. And that's the idea that is going to be tested here. Also, other researches, there are theoretical assumptions and evidence from practice that underline the importance of logos in a consumer perception of a company and its products. So, this is my research question. Number one, does the new logo influence the brand awareness, the people's brand awareness regarding the ministry? Number two, does the people's brand awareness regarding the ministry influence their perceived quality of the ministry? This is question number three. Does the new logo influence the perceived quality of the ministry? This is based on the previous research. And this is the conceptual model that I developed using those references. We have logo intrinsic properties influencing the logo extrinsic properties. It will be proven that they're actually influencing each other, but the result is not very much difference. And logo intrinsic properties can influence the brand awareness. Also, logo extrinsic properties can also influence the brand awareness of the ministry. And then in turn, the ministry brand awareness will affect the ministry's perceived quality. Right here. But also, this research investigates whether the logo, its intrinsic properties, affects the ministry's perceived quality. Can this logo affect ministry perceived quality without the assistance from the brand awareness? And also the logo's extrinsic properties, can they affect the ministry perceived quality? As you remember, this intrinsic property means that it's the logo by its own as an isolated entity, but extrinsic properties is logo as it associated with the institution that it represents. So this is the hypothesis. Each one, hypothesis number one, logo intrinsic properties and logo extrinsic properties will be positively correlated. So if one of the variable here has a positive value, the other will also increase. Number two, logo intrinsic properties and ministry brand awareness will be positively correlated. Logo extrinsic properties and ministry brand awareness will be positively correlated. Number four, logo intrinsic properties and ministry perceived quality will be positively correlated. Number five, logo extrinsic properties and ministry perceived quality will be positively correlated. Number six, ministry brand awareness and ministry perceived quality will be positively correlated. This hypothesis came from here. Okay. Then we do conceptualization. Okay. The first is we need to break down the perception about the logo. This is to create the questionnaire. This is the question. This is the conceptualization and of the model. So for perception about the logo, the question are the parameters are we satisfied about the logo? Is it meets the expectation as a ministry's logo? Is it attractive? And is it better than other logo in the same standings? For brand awareness and association, the conceptualization is it easily recognized? Can they represent characters? Can they quickly be recalled? Can they compete with other brands, other logos? Well, for perceived quality, the conceptualization is the product of great quality or is it reliable? This will be broken down into questionnaire. You can find it in the paper. For the methodology, I used experimental group and control group, which 200 respondents each. The experimental group were shown the logo, while the control group were not. Then asked about the ministries. The data is collected using online survey, and the samples were taken from general public because the general public of Indonesia is the main shareholder of the ministry. So the samples were taken from the general public. And this is the result. Using linear regression between two variables, we see that logo intrinsic properties and logo extrinsic properties are very strongly correlated, with the intrinsic properties contribute to up to 69.6%. So the hypothesis is accepted. Hypothesis number two, logo intrinsic properties are very strongly correlated to brand awareness. Also, with a strong correlation. Number three, logo extrinsic properties affects the brand awareness. Extrinsic properties, very strong. For perceived quality, logo intrinsic properties affect the ministry perceived quality, and then the logo extrinsic properties affects the ministry perceived quality. Very also strong correlation. Also, brand awareness, people's brand awareness of the ministry affect the ministry perceived quality. You see here, they have a strong to very strong correlation and all significant. So all the hypotheses are accepted. This also means that the logo does its work to help promote the ministry. Okay, so the correlation is either strong or very strong. So, and all hypotheses are accepted. Here are the scores. You can see it in the diagram form. Now for the indicators, we have remember before that we have nationalism, concept, cooperation concept, innovation concept, or image, national image, cooperation image, and innovation image to be communicated by the logo. So we do, I did a linear regression between this variable. This is from the indicators from the extrinsic logo, extrinsic properties of the logo. Does the logo represent a nationalism characteristic, and does the ministry represent a nationalism characteristic? And you can see here that the correlation is strong. It's a bit lower in the cooperation characteristic, but it's also strong in the innovation characteristic, which means that between logo and corresponding ministry characteristic, there are significant correlation with varying strengths. So again, the logo does its work in communicating the image that it's supposed to communicate. Now we compare between experimental group and control group. Remember, the experimental group saw the logo before being asked about the ministry, and the control group didn't see the logo before being asked about the ministry. There are 7 questions: the identity of the ministry, the nationalism characteristic, the cooperation characteristic, the innovation characteristic, and can they distinguish the ministry among other ministries? And does the ministry issue good quality policy, product, and is it a credible institution? As you can see here, the experimental group gives higher scores for 78, for instance, about the ministry. Do I know about ministry of about the ministry? The experimental group gives higher score, and also in other questions. In the nationalism category, cooperation image, innovation category, is it distinguished enough? Does it produce good quality? Is it a credible institution? See here, in every category, the experimental group gives higher score. And this is a weighted average from the, as you see in the paper, I use a 6-point Likert scale, and I use the weighted average to to grade it, to grade, and the experimental group consistently give higher score. So again, because it's a comparative between the control group who doesn't see the logo and experimental group who saw the logo, it means that again, the logo has successfully done its work. So the conclusion is the logo has been shown to have a significant and strong correlation to public brand awareness and perceived quality of the ministry. The experimental group consistently have higher valuation of the ministry's brand awareness and perceived quality. So the logo has been proven to serve its function. This is the implication of the research. So that the study of the result of this research shows that even government institution can use the benefit of branding for their visual communication, and this also gives basis for the practitioner in government communication to public to use visual communication. And this is my preferences. And thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's my presentation of my research. Please forgive me for my English because it's not my first language. Again, thank you for your attention. Again, sorry for my English. So I'll leave you here. Stay healthy and goodbye.